What's up, Naruto fans? Chris Manga here. I'm going to review this chapter of Naruto, and it was a really cool chapter, really action-packed, fairly straightforward. It was quite similar to last week's chapter where it's just, a complete brawl, which, I'm happy with that. It's a good thing right now. We did get a bit of story progression, a little bit of explanation into certain, a few things, but, people who read between the lines kind of already figured out some of the stuff they've already explained in this chapter, so it wasn't any big revelation. The only thing I really want to touch upon is something that happened last week's chapter where it caused a lot of confusion amongst Naruto fans, was the fact that Madara was able to activate his Mangekyo Sharingan's Susanoo without actually having any eyes, and that caused a lot of confusion because it's a Mangekyo technique, so how can you activate it? Well, the solution I came to, after looking at a few things, and I mean, it's so easily missed, was that the battle between Sasuke and Itachi, if you go back and look at it, Itachi actually activated his Susanoo when he was blind, so he didn't have use of his eyes at that point, yet he was still able to activate Susanoo. So my guess is that once you've unlocked Susanoo, it's no longer based on your eyes. It's more of a spiritual thing, because unlike a Mataratsu or the Genjutsu of the Mangekyo, Susanoo is more of a physical thing, whereas those ones you use that your eyes tend to bleed, Susanoo just manifests itself to protect its use. So I'm guessing, it's more of a spiritual technique rather than something based on the eyes. Hence, Itachi was able to use it when he was blind, and Madara was able to use it without any eyes. So that's my, justification for how Madara used the technique. Anyway, this chapter, picks up where we left off. Madara got his new arm. He's got his Renegade now, and he's ready to, wreck shit up. So, he has a little conversation with the Zetsu about what's happening, and he's basically saying that he's acting sloppy. His fighting style is really sloppy right now, just because he has Harashirama's the first Hokage's regeneration jutsu, so he's feeling a little bit. How I justify it is that he just went from being an immortal zombie to being human, so maybe he still hasn't fully come to terms with having a mortal body. He's still kind of fighting as if he has nothing to lose, or he won't be injured, basically. So I'm guessing now it's kind of clicked that, okay, I'm back in a real body again. I need to be more careful, and I need to fight with a bit more finesse, basically. So that's what he's saying in this chapter. So the first thing he does now, he summons the Gedamazu statue, and literally, and I was wondering, where did it go? And then, this chapter even made more sense to think that, it has become a part of Obito, because, it is, the physical body of the Ten-Tail, so it would make sense that it is still somewhere inside of Obito, because he actually fused with it. So yeah, he summoned the Gedamazu out of Obito, leaving him even more weakened, in a more weakened state. Literally, Black Zetsu is acting as life support right now for Obito. Once Black Zetsu leaves, Obito is dead. And even Black Zetsu even comments on that, says, once I leave you, basically, you're gonna die. And the only reason why I'm with you right now is that the moment I separate from you, the fourth Kakashi will probably kill me. And I'm guessing he knows that they have abilities, that fast enough to take him out. The fourth has his Flying Thunder God technique. Kakashi has Kumui. And actually, Kakashi did use when Madara summoned the Gedamazu, Kakashi did try to use Kamui to, obviously teleport it away, but he only managed to, get its arm. So it's still in a functional condition. So Madara, activates this new, Renegade technique. I've never seen it before. It seems like some invisible punches and kicks were flying, basically. So they're knocking the Bijus left, right, and center, all knocking them up, weakening them, and then he actually uses the Gedamazu now to summon, the same chakra chains that Obito was using, prior with Naruto, to basically capture to capture all the Bijus now. So he actually has them restrained, and I'm guessing he's going through the process of absorbing them into the Gedamazu, and in terms of Naruto and Killer Bee, he actually says he's going to try and extract the Bijus from the Jinchurikis first. So really, I don't really see him succeeding with that. If he does, that's going to be a major plot twist, because that means Naruto is no longer Jinchuriki and no longer has access to his badass QB chakra mode, which is kind of a bit, I mean, I don't really see that happening. So obviously he's not going to succeed. So someone's obviously going to jump into the fray and save them. Maybe the previous Hokages. Where's the third Hokage? We haven't seen him in a while. Where's the second? He's been missing for a while. You know, or maybe Orochimaru is going to, you know, get his hands dirty and finally do something. Who knows what's going to happen. But it's really, Madara is gotten serious now. I can see that, you know, the little tussle we had last chapter where they actually ripped his arm off kind of, you know, knocked some sense into him and made him realize that he needs to fight more smart now. And you can see that he's a character that he is not just, you know, he's fighting just to complete a cause. He's fighting because he actually loves to fight. He's basically he's like a Saiyan basically. He just loves to fight. He loves, you know, drinking on his own blood apparently, you know, from all that shit, because you know, the injury he sustained from Gara, he's licking his blood, he's, you know, saying, I'm alive, this is what I want to feel, a real body, basically. So, he just loves to fight, and I mean, that's one of the best thing about his characters, whereas Obito is more like, I want to take over the world, but I don't want to, you know, I don't want to work for it. Madara actually doesn't mind getting his hands dirty, you know, and, you know, basically just go toe-to-toe with someone. He loves to fight, basically. That's a cool thing about him. And it makes sense, because he has this obsession with the first Hokage, so it just makes things make more sense for his character. So it's cool. You know, expectations for the next chapter. I want to see Sasuke jump in somehow. Maybe he's going to be the one to stop Madara, extracting the 9 tails and the 8 tails. So we're going to see what happens with that. And in general, I mean, it's a really good chapter. Very action-packed. Enjoyed it a lot. I'm looking forward to the next couple of chapters coming out. I'm not sure when Naruto's going to break. I hope, you know, anytime soon. I hope we get at least one more chapter so we can see what happens, you know, in this cliffhanger, because that was a really big one. You know, him trying to extract the 9 tails. I mean, that seemed really, really quick. You know, just goes to show when he actually, you know, stops messing around and, you know, acts smart. He's actually a really, really powerful character. So, yeah, really looking forward to the next chapter. And if you guys enjoyed the video, you know, please leave a like, and, you know, check out all our other videos, because we cover a range of animes and stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for more. Take care.